When we talk about devil fruits in One Piece, people often rush to the big names, but one of the most low-key slept-on fruits is hiding in plain sight and no one is talking about it properly. We're talking about the Snip Snip Fruit. And let's be honest, at first glance it seems like one of Oda's funnier fruits, you know? A devil fruit that lets you turn your hand into some scissors. Really? If you compare this to the heavy hitters, the magma fruit, the op fruit, heck, even Buggy's chop fruit, this Snip Snip Fruit doesn't exactly sound like endgame material. But here's the thing, while most people might see this as a joke fruit, I see a concept that can literally reshape an entire battlefield. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll realize the Snip Snip Fruit is not weak by any means. It's just massively underexplored, and we're going to change that. If you like this concept, be sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss all the future devil fruits we discuss later. But for now, let's get into it. Let's cover what everyone knows, and if not, welcome to the channel. The Snip Snip Fruit, or the Choki Choki no Mi, is a Paramecia-type devil fruit eaten by the Revolutionary Army's very own Inazuma. This devil fruit allows them to turn their hands or their arm into a pair of scissors. Sounds simple, but effective. You see, with these scissors, they can cut through pretty much any material. We're talking earth, stone, steel, even entire buildings. With ease, mind you. Inazuma primarily uses his power to reshape the entire battlefield, cutting the ground into platforms or slides or trenches to stop enemies. A lot of options. It's creative, but I wouldn't say it's a flashy fruit, at least not on its own, which is why often people put this in like this support or background category. It's handy, but it's not scaring me. And yeah, if you're thinking about just cutting rocks and stuff, I get it, that's fair. But here's where things get interesting and where most people massively underestimate the power behind this devil fruit. Oh, I'm about to change y'all minds. Everyone calls this a cutting fruit. What if it's not just cutting objects? What if it's cutting concepts? Stick with me. If the Snip Snip Fruit lets you cut the environment itself, which it does, that means the user's interacting with space and structure. And once you're cutting space, you're technically dealing with dimensional control. That's not utility, that's domain level power. I feel as though this fruit might secretly share some DNA with some of the most dangerous abilities in One Piece, because being able to cut something while retaining its density but being able to alter its structure changes so much. Cutting isn't just about blades, it's about separation. And separation can mean distance, space, energy, or even forces. If you can cut a building and have both halves stay suspended perfectly like a piece of paper, you are no longer just cutting something, you are now altering things on a molecular level. You're not just slicing matter, you're temporarily defying gravity and cohesion. You are creating a material that has never existed before. This means the Snip Snip Fruit technically lets you alter molecular bonds, literally severing the connection that holds things together. This is some Sukuna level stuff. Just saying. Malevolent Shrine where? Now imagine focusing that on an opponent's weapon or even their attacks. Swords, bullets, elemental waves, just all sliced apart before they can touch you. It's not just defense, you're technically able to edit reality. Snip snip. Now, as we discussed earlier, Inazuma primarily uses this ability for evasion and construction. But if someone took it to combat mastery, picture this, right? Somebody could snip through the air to create like air vacuum slices, like kind of like how Zoro does, or how Lucci did in that last fight, even though he got folded, just cutting the air and severing it and sending it to people. Little airwaves, or even better, someone sends a little fire blast at you, you could cut through that joint. Maybe they never see it coming. And with enough precision, you could even cut through someone's haki itself. And before y'all say that haki transcends all, what happened to Virgo? Severing an opponent's armament layer without touching your skin. And here's a terrifying thought. Since the user could turn the ground into paper-thin slices, you could trap enemies in isolated areas or literally cut off someone's escape. Like, oh, the exit's right there. Snip, snip. The exit's gone. Somebody cut it and folded up the exit and ran off with it. You could literally permanently trap people in places that no one else would ever have access to, unless they have like another devil fruit power that can like see them or something like that, but you can literally cut off an escape. Literally. It's environmental control, attack versatility, and defense all wrapped up nice and neatly. And it's not just offense. The Snip Snip Fruit might be one of the most efficient movement tools in the series. You see, by slicing and folding the environment, Inazuma literally created stairs and bridges, and then removed the stairs so no one could follow them. You can create paths that your team can follow and then remove it afterwards. Pathfinder could never. But I need y'all to think a little bit bigger, right? Since we've already addressed the part that you can possibly cut concepts, what if you could like cut the distance between two places, giving you some sort of pseudo transformation? You're not moving faster, you're just cutting or shortening or reducing the duration between you and that path. Combine this with some proficient hockey. You could slice open shortcuts, warp structures, and escape traps instantly. This is definitely one of those devil fruits that rewards creativity over raw strength and power any day. Because you can snip your way out of a lot of things, but can you snip your way into a lot of things? We've talked hypotheticals, but let's really get into the potential here. If this fruit can already slice through buildings and terrain and stone and steel as if it was paper, what happens once this devil fruit gets awakened? Any guesses? Let me know your guess in the comment section, because I'm about to tell you mine in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planetary devastation. You could turn the entire battlefield. Imagine instead of just having like a hand or whatever, you can just, your body becomes giant scissors. Like you become massive scissor man. Is there like a scissor demon? Is like a scissor demon or devil in Chainsaw Man? I don't know. But imagine being able to cut the battlefield in half and then fold it. You could reshape islands, warp complete architecture. Imagine being like, I don't like the way this city look, and then someone just say, let me cut it in half and fold it over for you. It's crazy work. Or what if you cut somebody's house while they're in it and then fold them into a different pocket dimension or a different area of space? They're now compressed in space in their own home, all because they said something about your haircut, like, you push my hairline back. I'm like, oh yeah, snip snip. Congratulations, now your whole family pushed back. You're welcome. And that's not even a far-fetched thing to say. Like, we've seen just how devastating Paramecia Awakening can be. Doflamingo tapped the city, next thing you know, he got unlimited strings for days. Luffy can literally make the ground bounce wherever he moves. So, if you can already cut things, why not cut things on a larger level? Imagine if this Awaken, boom. Imagine this Awaken looks like Buggy. Like, Buggy, cool. Buggy can't get cut, right? Buggy's whole thing is he's immune to slices and whatnot. But if Inazuma were to awaken his, I feel like it'd be similar to Buggy awaken his. Because I feel like if Buggy awakens his power, he'll be able to cleave anything or whatever. I feel like this is kind of the same thing. However, if Buggy were to get it, it would definitely be higher than this one. But imagine having unlimited cleaves. Getting 2 scissors is not enough. I need to be able to just cut through the air and make the air act like my scissors and then fold it up. That'd be a crazy awakening. What if this was like Buggy spatial slicing? Like, what if you could like literally just tap something and automatic reform it? That'd be tough. But honestly, I feel like that's the true potential of the Snip Snip Fruit. Just hidden beneath the goofy aesthetics of being Edward Scissorhands. So yeah, the Snip Snip Fruit might not be as strong as you thought it was, but I can tell you it is infinitely stronger. We just didn't get to see it yet. No one gives it the credit it deserves, but I'm giving it this credit. That Snip Snip Fruit can alter stuff on a molecular level. Get with it. This is one of those powers that doesn't shout, it whispers, but its effects are heard and permanent. If someone with some crazy imagination, mastery over the fruit, and someone with a little bit, someone who got that straw hat in them, someone that's not completely right, had this devil fruit, I feel like it could cut through more than just stone. It could definitely cut through reality itself. It's probably able to cut into the door dimension. I don't know because we're not seeing enough of it. But what do y'all think now that I gave y'all a little bit more detail? Is the Snip Snip Fruit OP? Am I completely wrong? Would you move it up or down on your Paramecia tier? Y'all gotta let me know. If you enjoyed the video, thanks. You know, I did this for y'all. And if not, why not? Why didn't you enjoy the video? But if you made it this far, be sure to like the video, comment your favorite part, or a video you want to see next. And don't forget to subscribe to join the crew. The fleet is growing every single day. We dropping multiple videos every single week. Y'all don't want to miss one. Best way to do that is to lock in with the team. Shout out to all of y'all already. Appreciate it.